You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
This is the Daniel Monday Night Community Show on demand through YouTube. Thank you very much for choosing to listen to us through this method. If you'd like to keep up to date with when I add new interviews, then subscribe to this channel. In the studio, Paul Best from the Sittingbourne and Kemsley Light Railway. Paul, it's always good to have you here. Thank you once again for coming along to talk to us.
Thanks for inviting me down on your 7th anniversary. It's brilliant.
Well, Paul, I was wondering if you could just give our listeners a little bit of a quick reminder on what the Sittingbourne and Kemsley Light Railway is.
Sure. The Sittingbourne and Kemsley Light Railway is just the other side of the Swale there. We operate over the former paper railway between Sittingbourne Paper Mill and Kemsley Paper Mill. It's been a very popular attraction over the last 40-odd years. And then in 2008 we suffered a bit of a setback when Sittingbourne Paper Mill was to be sold, so we were forced to close. And we had 2009, we were paid to stay closed whilst negotiations went on and trying to find a buyer and everything else. And then in 2010, the Central Land bought the land, bought the paper mill, and let us start running that October. So that was really good, being able to start running trains again, because everybody's sort of written us off after 2 years. And we operated between Milton Regis Asda Halt, which is alongside Asda in Millway Sittingbourne, to Kemsley Down, which is our main station, from May to September in 2011. Then in 2012 we were just getting ready to reopen the full length of the line. It was all incredibly exciting. And then some hazardous materials were found on the structure near the line, and we couldn't open until May, and it put us back about a month. So this year is the first full season for 5 years, so we're now pretty much back on track.
Well, it's certainly good to hear, Paul. Paul, what's been happening this year?
Well, as I said earlier, this is our first full season, so we opened the season right back on Good Friday, and we've had trains running every Sunday throughout the season right up to the end of September. We had story time with Jack the Station Cat on the first bank holiday weekend in May. It was Steam and Beer in July, which was just incredible, very busy, but great fun as usual. We open on Wednesdays in August, and if you can cast your mind back that far, it was a lovely sunny time, particularly July and most of August. And what actually we found was happening was that people wouldn't turn up on Sundays because they'd gone to the beach, but they were coming down on the Wednesdays in August. So we had some spectacular passenger numbers on Wednesdays, which was really, really good to see. And then we finish off August with story time with Ivor the Engine, and that was a brilliant event as usual. And then the end of season gala weekend at the end of September. So we've had a pretty good season this year. We also had an additional bit to do for the Swale Walking Festival on the 2nd May bank holiday, when we worked with Friends of Milton Creek Country Park and the Swales Park Ranger with Ramble and Ride, where visitors were given a guided tour of the country park all the way to Kemsley Down, and then when they got to Kemsley Down they had a bit of time for some food and drink, a guided tour of the engine shed and other parts of the station, and then they caught the train back to Sittingbourne Viaduct. And it was really good fun. The numbers weren't massively high, but I think we'll give it another go next year as well. So all going well, that would be the 2nd bank holiday in May. And then last week we were awarded the Silver Award for our wildlife garden by the Kent Wildlife Trust. Our wildlife garden has a little hotel for insects, and it's got a stag beetle area. And it's an amazing little place, considering we're right in the middle of a paper mill. And you never know what you're going to see there. We've seen the fox sunbathing, and we've also got some small lizards that live close by. So it's quite an interesting part of the railway to go and visit. And then obviously since we closed the season at the end of September, we've gone into our work weekends every other week. And last weekend, or the weekend just gone, we've held a very good work weekend. On Saturday, for example, we had over 20 people turn up, and we demolished the old shower block because that's going to be replaced with a new building. And we did that between 10:30 in the morning and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's all gone. Just incredible. Such a good turnout, and everybody was keen and willing to work, even though the weather was absolutely appalling and we all got soaked through. But because there were so many people, the local engineering team was still able to work on Steam Locomotive Superb to get it ready for Christmas. And in the Footplate Cafe, they've been working on Santa's Grotto and making it all very Christmassy. So we were very fortunate by having so many people turn up that we could get so much work done.
What sort of events are you planning?
Well, at the moment, of course, we are building up to Santa Specials, one of the best times of the year to come down to the railway, although you have to wrap up warm because it is cold. You have a little trip from Sittingbourne to Kemsley. Then you follow Santa to the Footplate Cafe. Adults enjoy seasonal refreshments, while under 14s visit Santa and receive a quality present of their choice from a rather large selection of gifts. And there should be a chance to visit the museum and have a look at the award-winning gardens before the trip back to Sittingbourne Viaduct. And the whole journey takes about 2 hours all in. Usually very entertaining, and you get quite a bit of time with Santa if there's not too many children. Bookings are going well. They're coming in quite steadily. No trains are sold out yet, but obviously nearer to Christmas, the busier the trains are at the moment. So if you were thinking of booking for some of the later trains, book soon, and as soon as possible. If you don't mind going a little bit earlier, there's still plenty of space on the first weekend, which is the 30th of November, 1st of December. So it's going to be good fun. And I know, Daniel, you've done all that before, haven't you?
Yes, yeah. No, when we were kids, we always did the Santa specials. So it's always good to hear you talk about them, and also to hear that you're still doing them, because they were always good when we were kids. So it's great that people still have that chance to do it. Yeah,
it's been brilliant. Last year was the first year for 4 years, so being able to do it properly is just so good.
So, Paul, how much does a trip actually cost?
So, Santa Special fares are £12.50 for everyone over 3 and £9.50 for under 3s. So, if you're 0 to 13, you'll get a gift and see Santa. And if you're 14 and above, you'll get seasonal refreshments. So, everybody gets something.
Paul, when is the railway reopening next year?
So at the moment, we're still trying to sort out the final timetable, but I can pretty confidently say that we'll be open on Good Friday, which is the 18th of April next year, with trains departing Sittingbourne Viaduct between 11am and 4pm. Then on Easter Saturday, we'll have the trains running between 1 and 4pm. Easter Sunday and Monday, it will be 11 till 4pm. And then we'll be running every Sunday and Bank Holiday Monday until the end of September. We're going to have the usual special events, so that's Jack the Station Cat on Bank Holiday Sunday, Monday, 4th and 5th of May. The New Community Weekend on Sunday, Monday, 25th, 26th of May. Steam and Beer on Saturday, Sunday, 5th and 6th of July. Either the Engine Weekend on Bank Holiday Sunday, Monday, 24th, 25th of August. And the Gala Weekend on Saturday and Sunday, 27th and 28th of September. And we'll do the usual Wednesdays in August as well. At the moment, Milton Regis Asda Hall's still closed. It was really badly vandalised last year in 2012. Somebody set fire to it, and then this year it's had another attack of the vandals, so it is completely written off at the moment. So I'm not sure when Milton Regis Asda Hall's going to reopen. And a round trip takes about an hour, but you don't have to rush back. So if you get an early train, you don't have to come back on the very next one. You can stay for the afternoon.
So, Paul, how else do you spread the word?
Well, I do interviews like this, and there's the press releases to all the railway magazines and the local papers and the like, certain radio stations. and then we have the all-important model railway exhibitions and open days where we can actually meet and talk to the general public, and we absolutely love doing that. We have a few local events as well, and our next events will be the Shoebury Nest Model Railway Club Southend Festival of Modelling, just over the water there. I'll be doing that with Ian, so we'll be there on the 23rd and 24th of November, and that is the same weekend as the Broadstairs Model Railway exhibition. So we've got a split team. We've got 2 people in Broadstairs, 2 people in Southend.
I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about the membership of the railway.
Sure, yeah. Our membership is quite strong at the moment. We've had a few big names and faces pass away over the last few years, which has been really sad. But on the plus side, we've had quite a few new members, particularly this year. We've had an incredible number, which is absolutely brilliant. And the more people that can help out, the more we can do. So it's been great. We do annual membership, and we do day membership for work weekends. So if you turn up at work weekend and just want to get a feel for how we all work together, you can come down for the day and we'll give you free membership for the day. And then if you want to come down more often, you can sign up as a member. And our membership form is downloadable from our website, and membership costs £5 for junior members, so that's those aged 14 to 17, £18 for adult members, the over 18s and overs, and then £35 for a family membership. And then we've got a life membership, which is £300 per individual, but if you're over 60, you can have that for £150. You get free trips on the railway and discount entry to the Steam and Beer Festival in July and the Santa Specials. We also have a quarterly magazine called The New Bogey, which is because the railway used to have the nickname of the Bogey. So when the railway first started up as a preservation society, there was a newsletter called The Bogey, and it was relaunched a few years ago, so it's now The New Bogey. And working members get discount in the Footplate Cafe, which is always worth having. So we've got about 300 members worldwide, and about 80 to 100 are working members, and there's a core, probably 40 odd, that come down more often than the others. So you may see the same faces, but we'd like to have a few new faces over the next few years.
Paul, before you go, I was just wondering if you could refresh our listeners on the Santa Specials and then go through those contact details for us.
Yeah, sure. So Santa Specials will be running every weekend from the 30th of November and 1st of December through to Christmas. And the trains will be departing Sittingbourne Viaduct Station at 11 a.m, 12 p.m, 2 p.m, and 3 p.m, and the return journey takes about 2 hours. So you meet at Sittingbourne Viaduct Station, get the train to Kemsley Down. On arrival at Kemsley Down, Santa will come and greet you, bring you across to the Footplate Cafe. Adults will then enjoy seasonal refreshments, whilst under 14s go and visit Santa and receive a quality present of their choice from the large selection. And there should be a chance to visit the museum and the award-winning gardens before the return trip to Sittingbourne Viaduct. As I say, the journey will take about 2 hours. Do wrap up warm, because it can be quite cold out there, especially going across the viaduct for the first kilometre of the journey. The fares are £12.50 for everyone aged over 3 and £9.50 for the under 3s, and that includes the present for the under 14s and the seasonal refreshments for everyone else. So the contact details for that, so if you book as soon as you can, that would be very useful. The telephone number is 01795 428 269. As I say, the trains nearer to Christmas are busier than the earlier train. So if you don't mind going a little bit earlier, then we've got plenty of space on the 30th of November, 1st of December. And really book as soon as you can for the 21st and 22nd of December, because they are filling fast. On the rest of the railway information, our website is www.sklr.net. Our usual telephone information line is 01795 424 899. Our Centre Specials booking line is 01795 428 269. And don't forget to mention that you heard this on BRFM. For working Wednesdays and other inquiries and work weekends, email info@sklr.net. And on Twitter we are at capital S, lowercase a-n-d, capital K, capital L, capital R. We've also got a couple of blogs going. So you've got the Picture of the Day blog, www.stopham, spelled STOPEM.net, and http:// capital S, lowercase a-n-d, capital K, capital L, capital R, .blogspot.com. And I think that pretty much covers everything.
Well, Paul, as always, it's good to have you here at BRFM. Thank you very much for coming along, updating our listeners on how you've been getting on, and also tell them all about this year's Santa specials as well.
It's been great. Thanks very much.
That's Paul Best on the Sittingbourne and Kemsley Railway right here at BRFM 95.6.